It is Saturday night once again. This is the overnight mouse party, and I'm DM Foss. So far, we've got Gizzard Gary. How you doing, Gizzard?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me, my friend.
Yeah, hopefully we get some more people in here. Well,
I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah. Moo
we shall
claims he
see.
never got a link, and then I reminded him that nobody gets links. You have to get them yourself.
Well, that way I don't have to remember to send the links, which I won't. But let me get the banner going while I'm thinking about it. At the bottom of the screen is an email address on tacticalfoss@gmail.com and a link for the Discord server. You can send in comments, suggestions, or pictures with and reason. And if you watch this in replay, leave a comment. I read all the comments and I do really appreciate them. So, how's your year going so far, Gary?
Well, I bought a new gun.
Are you ready to tell everybody what you got, or
I can't
are
remember.
you,
Did I tell you? Or when did you have your last show? Was it on the 30th?
whatever last Saturday was?
Yeah, well, how about the Bodyguard 2.0?
Ah,
And so I'm going to go shoot that. Hopefully, as soon as this ice and snow lifts, which I believe Monday or Tuesday, but it's supposed to be bitter cold all week, so it's going to be fun times. But yeah, I bought that. I finally got the sight put on my Shield Plus, and I'm making great strides towards actually doing some range time this year, which I didn't get near enough of last year. So kind of excited to tell you the truth.
cool, cool.
And I got to get all that done quickly because it's about time to go to Vegas.
So let's see who is out there so far. Sergeant Joe Smith. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Hang on, I'm on the wrong screen. Let me go back. There we go. Sergeant Joe Smith. Pat in the bunker. Baroness VG. Two Live Moo. Gizzard Gary. The Saint. Oops. Woods. Mr. Bob Dabalina. X Adam 1. And Vulcan Rumble. The banner is up. I forgot to do a poll. Uh, so yeah, I did a couple other posts, which I normally don't do, and then I forgot to do a poll for this week. Oh, did I say Pat in the bunker? I'm going to say Pat in the bunker. And I think that's everybody who has said something. It's kind of nice that you can set, when you click on a comment, you can set an amount of time and it'll take it off the screen. So, when you bring up a chat and then you forget and it's there for half the chat, this one is set for, how long did I set this for? About 10 seconds, and then it'll remove the comment.
That actually is pretty cool. And yes, X Adam 1, I did say I have a Bodyguard 2.0.
What caliber is it?
380.
380. Yeah, I heard you guys talking about, I was listening to your Friday chat. That's usually when I get home from work Saturday mornings. I'll listen to your chat while I'm setting stuff up, messing on the computer, and you
Yeah.
guys are talking 380s. I will say, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I just gonna say, Sarge got one, then the gun snob got one, so it's kind of peer pressure more than anything else. But we all actually shot that when we were out at Goals at Knoxville last fall, and we all really all loved the way that thing shooted, and we all said at that time we'd probably get one. So when they suggested it and saw me that it was at a really decent price, it's like I can't say no.
And the when you guys were talking about the PPK and not bad mouthing it, but talking down the PPK, I love my PPK at 380.
That was Obi. He said I've been turned off of 380s. He said ever since I shot the PPK. So
It is it is a marvelous gun, dead nuts accurate. Uh, the only thing is, especially depending on what year, because it's like the newer ones have the larger beaver tail, the older ones don't have it, and you'll get slide bite. But it wants its uh, blood sacrifice when you shoot it. But it
right.
is, I won't say perfect, but it is. I will say I really do like that gun, and I carry it. Not as much as I used to. It is the spring is tight, so it is very stiff when you rack it. Uh, Breaking it down is a little bit of a pain. Is the way you do it. Um, but I mean, just the accuracy of it. It's like pointing your finger at what you want to hit. Accurate. Uh, but it's like everything. It's subjective. Some people don't like it. I know that. I do like it,
Well,
and I figure if I ever had to use it for reals, then a little slide bite is worth it.
until I shot the Bodyguard 2.0, I just presumed that all of the little tiny 380s just all had to suck because they all pretty much did. I mean, they were real cute little pocket guns, but none of them would hit the broadside of a barn. It hurt to shoot them. They just weren't fun. And then I shot this Bodyguard 2.0. It's like, this is actually fun to shoot. You can actually hit a target with it. And I could see myself wanting to carry this. So, I mean, and I told my friends, they all shot it. And to a man, they pretty much all said the same thing. And so, yeah, if it hadn't have been for Artak and daughters telling me in the first place, because he shot it before me, he says you got to shoot the Bodyguard 2.0. It's really awesome. So word of mouth travels fast at those places.
Yeah, I got a refund from the DirecTV because when I canceled the service, they prorated the bill to give me the refund, and but they gave it to us on a prepaid Visa card, and it expires in March. So my wife's like, "Well, you need to use it." It's like,
Yep.
all right. So I went on and was looking at guns. It's only for $75, but I figure it'll pay for the tax.
Well, when I bought the Bodyguard, I bought it at Shields, and Snob had the idea. He says, if you go to the Shields website, if you apply for their Shields Visa card, once you get approved, then you get $100 coupon you can use if you buy something online, but you got to do it before January the 5th. I'm like,
Ah,
do I
that's not bad.
really need another credit card? And I'm like, well, I could always cancel it afterwards. So, it's like, sure. So, I don't want to mention exact numbers, but obviously it took $100 off the price and made it very affordable.
I've thought about getting the Cabela's card, but
I have a
I
Cabela's card. I have a Cabela's
I
card. I have an Academy Sports card, and now I have a Shields Visa.
I don't know. I just think it'll end up getting me in trouble.
Well, the way I am with credit cards is I set a rule. As soon as I paid off all my debt 3 years ago, it's like whatever I put on any of my credit cards instantly gets paid off as soon as I get the bill. I don't allow balances to travel forward. That keeps me honest.
That's hang on. I gotta respond to something.
Understand?
It's Baron trolling me on Discord. All right. Yeah. I don't know. And then I kind of got into that loop of, well, this one's cheap. I could buy this because it's cheap. It's like, well, no, it's not one that you really want. You don't need to buy it just because it's cheap.
No, but if you get that combination, it's something you wanted and it's cheap, then you're kind of at a catch 22. At that point, you got to act, right?
Yeah.
Or you're not being true to yourself. That's the way I look at it.
Movies. How's it going?
Oh, he showed up.
Yeah, but he's muted.
You just unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm not muted.
There you go.
He's just delusional.
Hey, get out of here.
How many moves are there?
I literally helped you get on this. I helped you click 2 buttons.
I take offense to that.
Shut your mouth.
So if you help Jack on a stream, do you have to help Jack off the stream?
I fucking knew it. Of course it fucking knew it.
I helped Jack off a horse once.
Is that where all the beef's at?
Wow.
And G Webs, how you doing? He was there just a second ago. I was
He's
hearing
muted
him.
now.
Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Earth to G-Webs. Come in, G-Webs.
Gary,
Yes.
do you have...
You can hear Foss?
Yes. And you now. You were saying,
Can you
Foss?
not? Oh, I think he's having connectivity problems. I was going to say, can you send Pat a link if you have?
Indeed, I can. Give me one
I
moment.
appreciate it. So what's new with you, Moo? All right, G-Webs, can you hear me now? Can't hear you. I can see you unmuted, but I'm not hearing anything.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I heard you for a second.
Are you talking about me?
There you go. Yeah.
I can only hear you and somebody typing.
That's probably Gary.
It's me.
Okay, then I can hear everybody, I guess. Moo's not saying anything?
Oh. Yeah, nobody's talking. It's It's an exciting chat.
All right.
I'm gonna-
Sorry.
I'm gonna flip my
Someone's
head first.
helping me find my avatar. So to answer your question, doing well, Foss. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Kind of
Just
the
all right?
nothing exciting, but nothing bad. So it's
And nothing else matters.
Oh, we took down our Christmas tree today.
do you have a real one or artificial?
Well, define real. Because
Well,
artificial
what
is still real.
a live Christmas tree?
No.
Uh,
No, we had live Christmas trees up until about 2 years ago, after about 15 years of arguments. So yeah, the last 2 years we've had artificial, real Christmas tree. How about you?
I've had artificial ones for like 20 years.
There you go.
Although I may need a new one for next year because I've got 2 totes that I keep it in, so that it'll fit in the overhead rack, and you have to cram them in there to get them to fit because they're a little bit undersized. And there was a lot of crunching this year as I was stuffing it into the box. So
That's probably your old knees that were crunching.
that could be. Pat in a bunker. How's it going?
Yay!
It's going good, and I have the beautiful flag to prove it. So I am fantastic.
I will say that I hate to say I'm proud of that one, but I'm very happy with that one, with the way that one came out.
No, it's perfect. I've got a lot of compliments on that flag right there because it's a grand old flag. No, how's DM night? Man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It has been. It's nice to have you on.
Yeah. Well, thanks for you via Gary via me coming on here. No, been on a couple tonight. I was just like, well, I'm a little wired, a little still jumpy, so yeah, might as well head on over to DMs and see what's going on.
Well, that's good. We've got lots of people now, and we can do a bracket in a little bit.
Oh, right on.
Oh, snap.
And thank you for the card, by the way, too.
You're welcome.
I still have my cards hanging up. I just don't have the heart to take them down quite yet.
I just ditched all mine today. When we took down the tree, we took down all the cards.
I took the tree down yesterday, my little 1 foot tall tree, but
Charlie
then
Brown.
but then I went into I have them on the doorway in between the living room and the kitchen. And I saw them. It's like, I don't want to take them down yet. They're kind of cool. So.
They were pretty cool.
I think half the cards that we received we got after Christmas, so they were never put up.
Check them for money, then throw them in the garbage.
Right.
Well, like the ones I sent out, probably about a week ahead. I was waiting on those stickers, so I sent them out a little later than I wanted to, but it kind of seemed random on how people received them. So people closer than me got them later than people farther away from me in some cases. And luckily, I think I've only gotten one back so far. So I only had one bad address as far as I know.
Oh, we can send them back? I didn't realize that was an option.
Did it suck that bad? I thought it was a good Christmas card, but that's just my opinion.
But if I do it again next year, I will be more prepared because it was kind of a last minute thing where I thought, well, why don't I do this? And then trying to get everything ready was kind of tight up to Christmas. But
No, the Christmas cards were good.
Yeah, thanks for the
I don't
banger
care what that
bottle you sent me.
torturous fucking cow up there that looks like it was claymation and looked like somebody injected it with something wrong. It's just wrong up there. Moo, what the hell did you do with your goddamn with your avatar up there? Jesus Christ, it looks like somebody punched a cow and then flattened it and inflated it again.
That's exactly
Jesus.
what happened.
And it looks like it's got hazard lights hanging out on each side. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What the fuck? Damn. That scares me. I have cows. That doesn't look anything like a fucking cow. God damn, man, get with the program.
You don't have any cows his age.
No, that's the no. A cow that age would be dust.
that's a
Dust.
grizzled cow that has seen many things.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No,
That's-
it's seen way too much shit, and it should be dead. It should be in the ground. It should be dust. No, I feel sorry for that cow. I just want to shed a tear for that cow up there.
But this cow has had access to modern medicine.
If that's modern medicine, fucking let me die.
Nuclear medicine, mind you. The
Oh, God.
miracles of nuclear medicine produced this cow.
Fucking Chernobyl,
Well, close to that.
Inverse square law.
Fukushima, 3 Mile Island. Wind
Wonders
farm?
of-
Come on.
This goddamn podcast.
no, there's only one person here that seems to be drunk, so it's not a bacon.
No, I'm just. It's just that cow freaks me out. I'm just. I'm a cattle rancher. It just. Woof, woof.
Oh, I don't know. Do we want to get into the bracket now? Since there's no
Sure.
poll or anything.
Yep, hit it.
All right. Alrighty, let me do that. So I call that up. And it's Badass Robots is our bracket.
I'll get behind this one.
All right, here we go.
Only
So,
six.
Only 16. But so let me take this down.
You're going to expand it to 32 real quick?
No, what I'm gonna do is show the robots.
Sears and robots.
So, the kind of criteria I used was because if you look up, try to find robots on the internet, it'll give you stuff like Voltron, where there's people inside in Voltron. So I stayed away from like robots where there's a living creature inside of it. So
That's fine.
it can be controlled from the outside, but not controlled from the inside by a living creature.
Robot has to be self What time is this?
But so we've got the Fembots. And some of these are a little bit of a stretch because it's actually hard to find 16 badass robots
What? I can come up with 32.
to fit the criteria that I laid out. So, but the Fembots. The ABC robot from Judge Dredd, the battle robot.
Very good.
Chappie,
Right.
which I didn't like the movie, but the robot's okay.
Very good.
The Cylons.
Are they robots?
Yep, they're robots. Because they're
Tell me there's no human inside there.
No, he's
it's
right.
a robot.
They're an android.
It's a-
They look like a human, but they are robots.
Or androids.
Data.
robot.
Androids are
Lieutenant Commander
robots.
Data.
Orgs have human in them, but androids just look like a human, but they're 100%
Because Data took exception to people when they called him a robot. He says, "I'm not a robot. I'm an android."
Mm-hmm.
An android is just a robot that looks like a human, though. So
Yeah, he's all mechanical. What?
Data didn't believe that.
No, he wanted to be more human, but he understood that he was a robot.
Yeah.
Ed 209.
He was given the right to choose by Starfleet.
excellent.
Was he?
Yeah, he
sentient?
was a sentient robot.
Oh.
Android robot.
Now, if you
Megatron
Hey, where'd you get this one?
off the internet.
I'm going to blow my own head off.
Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still. One of the OG robots. The Gunslinger from Westworld.
Oh, I forgot.
Yul
about
Brynner.
that one. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Didn't matter what Yul Brynner was in, he was badass.
Yeah. Agreed.
Kit from Knight Rider.
Night 2000.
I had a stepdad that he had a Firebird like this, and it hurt my knees. It's so stinking low. It hurt my knees to get in and out of in high school. But it was cool. He was not cool, but the car was cool. Crichton from Red Dwarf. Then this is, I know, a little bit of stretch, but I was trying to fill out the bracket. He's cool. I don't know if he quite fits badass, but
No.
Maximilian
Absolutely.
from the Black Hole. The antithesis of
He will
badass.
shred a phone book
Yeah.
like nobody's business.
Mechagodzilla.
Oh, good lord.
Roy Batty
Yay.
from Blade Runner.
Yep.
The Terminator.
45 long slide.
Tweaky.
Oh, that's right.
I think
From
I
Buck
picked it
Rogers.
just because of Aaron Gray.
Fuck that guy.
I approve.
Beady. And that's the last one. So that's all 16.
Oh, you totally missed one.
What?
Robo Jocks from
No,
from the 80s.
I did not miss it. I left it out on purpose.
You missed Wall-E.
No, Wally is not badass.
You missed Robot from Lost in Space. The original robot.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
I had considered him because I like that robot, but I know some of these don't quite fit badass, but he's super cool, but not badass.
My dishwasher's pretty
Wally.
About C3PO and R2D2.
No, they are not badass. I'm sorry.
No, they're not.
Couple of wusses.
There's
Uh-oh.
God, was it Simpsons or Futurama that did Cylons versus C3PO and R2D2, and the Cylon is stomping on C3PO's head, asking R2D2 for help.
Yeah, but robot could shoot lightning bolts out his hands, man. It was pretty cool.
So I don't think these are chronological. I'm not sure what sorting I'm using, but you've got maybe it's going backwards. But anyway, you've got lots and lots of them. IG-88.
Oh,
Lots
he
of Star
was.
Wars ones.
Hang on, he should be on the. He was supposed to be on this list.
There's some other new modern.
Well, not IG-88, but IG-11.
Well, that's fine. There's a lot of IGs. You got the Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Well, Marvin is not badass.
That's true. You got the iRobots,
I couldn't stand him.
Terminators, Roberto from from
I'm gonna get you. I'm
I
gonna
would have
get you.
put Bender, but
Ender.
it
Yeah.
just didn't seem to fit.
And then you got the Sentinels from Matrix. Iron Giant is anti-gun, but I put them in here. These are pretty good.
Well,
forget about Space.
I
the
would
movie.
have. I wanted to put the Sentinels from X-Men, but I didn't know if enough people would know what the Sentinels from X-Men
Actually,
was.
that's a good one. I'm missing that one in mine. You've got Johnny Five. I hate that one, but then you got the Spider Robots from Runaway.
Well,
Oh, God.
they
Oh.
weren't. They're not enough.
That looks like my Megatron picture. You got the little owl from Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, again,
Yeah, he's not badass. Hector.
No, not Hector. Oh, that's freaky. No.
You got a couple of bad movies. You got the Star Trek movie. I don't remember that one very much. You got Ash from Aliens.
His
Still in there?
name is V'ger.
I kind of wanted to put on, but again, didn't know if enough people
There's
would
a
get it.
There's a Mecha Kong, but I guess we have a Mecha Godzilla. There's B9 and Robbie. So B9 is the one from Lost in Space.
Robbie is the one I would have put on if I was to put one of them on.
And then you got Gort. Maria is the original robot from Metropolis. And then
Yeah.
Roboman is that gorilla with a weird.
Well, they just threw together extra stuff they had in the costume
Yeah.
department.
And he's
To make
kind of a cyborg because it's a gorilla. And then Tobar, I forget what movie that is, but that's another an old ass movie. These are backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my list of robots which is different than the list of cyborgs or androids or others. Okay. We did pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. No, good job.
It would have been tough to get to 32 without cyborgs. Terminator's
So-
aside.
So would you count Lisa from Weird Science? I mean, she was computer generated.
Well, no.
Work a little bit, but she's an android robot for sure.
There's a debate on whether she's a robot or not.
Yeah, she
I
could
don't think of her as a robot. She's just magic in so many ways.
True.
Let me
I'll go with you on that one.
shuffle these.
What about the fembots from Austin Powers with the guns and their jumblies?
All right, so somebody hasn't been listening.
I know.
Yeah.
That
Apparently.
was the that
Oh,
was
did
the
we already
very
say-
first one I said.
Oh, I've been distracted by my son. Sorry. Continue.
So I'll shuffle a couple more times. There we go. Oh, so hang on.
Damn it, keep up, Moo.
All right.
And we're going
So
Our preference, which one's the most badass? What are we voting on?
again, I kind of keep the way you choose is up to you. How you would define badass. Whether you just think they look badass, they are badass, or it's your choice.
I feel like since we're doing a bracket, I'm gonna click my pin tumblers checkbox. Just FYI
Oh, I did find out what that is.
for brackets. It's bracket assurance.
No, what that does is when I play a video, it shows you how long that video is,
Oh, okay.
so you can see when it's going to end. But so we've got Megatron versus the ABC Warrior from Judge Dredd. Pat.
ABC Warrior.
ABC Warrior.
EC
G-Webs.
is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't care that much for Megatron, and that ABC one's pretty awesome. So that one.
Moo.
Jumbly Megatron.
Boo.
Gary.
I'm going to go with Megatron.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
2 and 2. So, I
ABC
do.
stands for Atomic, Bacterial, and Chemical Warfare.
I'm gonna go the ABC Warrior.
Yay.
Oops. I like Megatron, but the ABC Warrior, just his presence is more badass,
Agreed.
and he killed more people. So now we've got Kit versus Cylons, Battle of the Eight. It was
Early 80s versus late 80s, maybe.
yeah, 70s, late 70s versus 80. I think Battlestar Galactica was 78. There was a 1980, but that sucked balls. So Pat, Kit versus the Cylons. And it's the Cylons from 78 because I refuse to acknowledge any other Battlestar Galactica.
Kit.
The human chick ones you don't like?
It's got to be Kit. I
Dirk
I love the
Benedict
car.
is the one and only Starbuck.
Yes, agreed. Kit.
So one for Kit. G-Webs.
Well, you don't know what you're missing with the new Star Trek or new Battlestar Galactica, but the classic is still a classic, and Kit can suck it. So, silence.
One for Cylons.
By your command.
2 Live Moo.
You can't hassle the Hoff, but I'm going with Cylons.
Cylons.
One of the first times I figured out how to mod a computer was to take the Windows sound and turn it into the Cylon saying, by your command.
Sweet.
So my computer would turn on and go, by your command. And I knew it was ready. Because, back in the day, it would take forever. And then Windows sound was to let you know it was done booting. So you come in back into the room. It was like that, like, by your command. And I'm like, okay, now I know my computer's running.
Go to hell, Moo.
I did that, but with the Futurama, clips from Futurama. So, Gary.
Well, Kit was pretty cool back in the day, but any Cybertruck from Elon Musk will do all the same things, so I'm going with Cylons.
Cylons. Sergeant Joe Smith said Kit. Wood said Cylons. Oops. Oh, there we go. Cylons. I'm going to have to go Cylons. Oh. So Pat has wandered off.
Uh-oh.
But so we'll skip him until he gets back. Oh, so now we've got Crichton from Red Dwarf versus Chappie. G-Webs.
Chappie is one of my favorite movies, so that robot is pretty awesome.
Why for
So
Chappie?
And I don't think I've watched Red Dwarf all the way through to see that guy enough. Is he like Data?
Kind of. Pat. Crichton from Red Dwarf
Chappie.
or Chappie? Chappie.
Chappie.
2 for Chappie. Moo.
There's a movie about the people from Chappie. That band.
Skip it. Come back to me.
All right. Gary.
I'm gonna go with Crichton on this one.
Have you seen
Crichton?
Chappie the movie?
Mm-mm.
I've seen parts of it.
Oh, yeah. So you have a decision, Moo?
I'm going with Crichton.
Crichton. X Adam 1 said Chappie. Wood said Crichton. Sergeant Joe Smith. Chappie. Oh. I guess I even though I don't like the movie, Chappie the robot is a little more badass than Crichton. Crichton is funnier. So now we've got Roy Batty from that one movie. Blade Runner. Well, I always think of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is the book the movie's based on.
That one movie.
Who was it then? Who was Roy Batty?
Roy Batty. He's the Rutger Hauer character. The main.
Oh, okay, the bad guy.
Yeah. Gives the great soliloquy, Tears in the Rain. Versus the gunslinger from Westworld.
That's a good matchup.
So, Pat.
I got to go with the gunslinger because it's Yul Brynner. Got to go with it.
G-Webs.
Oh, I like Blade Runner, so I'll go with that one. Even though I would have picked the girl.
Moo.
Roy Batty.
Roy Batty. Gary.
Roy Batty.
Wood said gunslinger doesn't cry. Oh. Yeah, I guess I have to go with Roy. That was kind of a tough one because the gunslinger is badass.
Do you count the new series from that movie?
Haven't seen it.
I remember liking it, but I quit watching it because it wouldn't get on with it. It kept constantly doing dumb things that weren't the main story. It was, trying to make extra stories for no reason. I got sick of
filler.
Yeah, I think maybe like they go, well, you're going to have like 12 actors, but let's have 20 guest stars. So we have to make stories for all these guest stars. Like it seemed like they were just doing stuff for no reason extra. Or maybe that's some way to like, is that called red herring? Like to mess with people? Like maybe some people like that, like all these little side tangents that don't go anywhere. It just was too much to keep up with for me though. And I'm like, what the hell? I just spent all this time worrying about what this person's doing and they just left him hanging and went on with the next person.
X Adam 1 said the criteria. That's the criteria badass. I think he's talking about when I said The gunslinger is badass. Yes, but Roy Batty is also badass and a little more complete of a character. Well, I guess you could say the gunslinger was as complete as a character was supposed to be. A robot on the fritz. But there's just more to Roy. So now we've got Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still versus Lieutenant Commander Data from Star Trek The Next Generation. Pat.
Data.
No, going one for Data.
100%.
G-Webs.
I did never like Data, and I can dig Gort, so Gort.
One for Gort. Moo.
Everybody wants
Gort.
a Gort.
Two for Gort.
Oh yeah, he's badass.
You don't even have to be badass because you got a giant robot that's like, hey, if you bother me, that giant robot's going to get you. So
Did he
I'll
shoot
melt
like
your
laser
tank.
beams out of his eye visor or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gary.
I'm going to vote
Bird.
for the only robot that I know of that actually got laid, and that's Data. Because he got
Well-
Denise Crosby by God.
He was
Wait a-
fully functional.
Yes, he was, and he was well versed in several positions. Yeah.
Yep.
Technique.
pretty sure Bender.
8,542 different alien techniques.
Wood said Data. Oh. This one's kind of a tough one for me.
You know, you're going to be the tiebreaker in every one of these.
Oh. I'm going to go with Gort. I do like Data.
Badass, but he was never evil, was he? Or he probably was evil in a few episodes, I guess.
Yeah, look at the
Not.
thing.
He was. He was controlled by outside influences a couple times. X Adam once said Gort could only compete with a Tin Man from Oz. Ozzy said Data.
Like if they made a episode where Data went bad, I mean, he'd be pretty bad. Like he could do all, he could probably run a ship by himself, right? Like he could do all kinds of horrible
Well, he
things.
did. Because
Yeah,
he could
his-
emulate the captain's voice.
Yeah.
So he took over
His-
the Enterprise.
Yeah, his brother Lore, which was the opposite of Data. So yeah, there was two sides.
Yeah, Laura was a complete android with emotions and all that, and he was too uncanny valley for the settlers, so they disassembled him, and Data was made to be less human-like, so people were more comfortable around him.
No disassemble.
Oh, so now we've got Fembots versus Ed 209. Pat.
Fembots. Because they have machine gun jumblies.
G-Webs. I'm
Ed 209.
pretty sure I know. Yeah.
Will always be the best robots ever.
Moo.
A couple of Ed 209s following you around, nobody messes with you anymore.
Well, due to my earlier faux pas, I'm going with the 209.
2 for Ed. Gary.
I'm a little concerned about the fembots because while they may have good aim when they're new, as they get older and they start to sag a little bit, isn't the aim going to be off on those jumblies?
Shoot yourself in the foot.
I'm going to have to go with Ed.
Instead of shot in the head, you got shot in the No, I'm
Getting
not
shot in
going
the
there.
toes, man.
I'm not getting. Yep, I'm not going there. But it's hilarious.
Oh, so Ed's going to move on, so I'll go ahead and vote for the fembots. So now we've got the Terminator versus Tweaky. Beady, beady, beady.
Nice.
Pat. Well, you're muted, Pat.
The Terminator.
One
It's
for the
Got it.
Terminator.
It's got to be Arnold.
He'll be
It
back.
has to be. I'll be back. You'll be back. Everybody's back.
G-Webs.
This is Tweaky without the little doctor, whatever's face is, the circle guy.
Thermopolis. Yeah, it's Tweaky, not Dr. Thermopolis.
Oh, it's going to be Terminator. It was always Terminator.
Terminator.
Even though he's technically a cyborg because he's got human on him.
Well, he doesn't have human inside him, though.
I
That's
know.
why
It's-
I went ahead and put him on.
That's definitely a debate, but I hear you. They call him a robot.
Well, I do too, even though
Even
same reason I'll call gorillas monkeys, just
Like
because it's funnier.
RoboCop is a cyborg. Like you got to have usually a human element, but Terminator definitely spun that on its end by putting the human element on the outside as an accessory.
Yeah. Oh,
You know, for me, I mean, nostalgic factor, I'm going to go Twiki.
Tweaky had mojo.
I thought it was
Yeah, and a really cool haircut like Dora the Explorer. Wait a minute.
Gary.
what if Terminator?
Terminator killed himself in the end. I'm going with Twakey.
What if
What were you
Terminator
saying?
came up and said Terminator?
Oh. X Adam 1 said all of the Terminators.
Yeah, you didn't pick one, but I'm assuming you mean the classic original
Yeah.
Terminator.
Ozzy said Tweaky, and Vulcan Rumble said fembots do not age or do not get old. They do not droop. That was the improvement.
They
Oh,
fill
that's
up.
a good thing.
I guess I love Tweaky, but I have to go with Terminator. Just he's a little badassier.
You know who's a better robot from from Buck Rogers is Daggett. Wait, is that his name?
Daggett is Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah, it is.
The dog.
I'm mixing them up. Yeah.
So now we've got Mechagodzilla versus Maximilian.
Were they on at the same time? Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers?
They were close. I think Buck Rogers was later.
Oh, you did.
Pat.
Oh, Mechagodzilla!
Mechagodzilla. G-Webs.
Being both a giant robot lizard and a giant robot lizard, I'm going to say Mechagodzilla is taking this whole thing.
Mechagodzilla. X out of one said, did Tweaky ride a motorcycle? Or spin a shotgun?
Hey, you could ride a tricycle.
Could have. Didn't have to.
Moo. Mechagodzilla or Maximilian?
Dude, I was a huge Maximilian fan when I was a kid. I had the whole, all the toys and the black hole thing, and I'm going Maximilian.
Maximilian.
I had a Maximilian Star Wars figure.
Really?
It was all set of them. I think I had the busted robot too.
Bob?
Whatever the one that was broken that was on the thing.
Yeah, that was Bob.
Yeah.
Vincent was a good one. Bob was the smashed up one.
But I can remember that was pretty epic having a Maximilian to play Star Wars with. Well, because everybody else was playing Star Wars and
Yeah.
stuff.
I had a pop-up book.
I bet you
Black
did.
Ball. Yeah. Oh, Gary.
Well, you know, as the song goes, they say he's got to go, so I'm going with Maximilian here.
Have you seen Black Hole? You seen that movie, Gizzard?
No.
That's like from when we were little, so that would have been a while ago.
Yeah, I saw it. First time I saw it was at a friend's birthday party in grade school on his Betamax.
Oh, you didn't see it in the movie?
Nope. Ozzy said, "Go Go Godzilla." Wood said,
Betamax
"My
had way better resolution than VHS.
Maximilian." Ozzy said, "Blue Oyster Cult got it right." Well, the problem is the porn industry chose VHS. That's why it became.
Dude, I used to watch scrambled porn.
I wonder when that was going to come up.
Out of Canada.
This is really. This is probably the toughest one for me. I love both these robots. I will send this to the chat.
Both evil
So
too.
the chat will decide this one because I love both these robots. So everybody vote. If you voted already, says vote again. Mechagodzilla or Maximilian? Which will move on?
So when I was doing my research, I put the giant things like he's saying robot jocks and real steel. I call them mechs because they look like robots, but they're just vehicles. They're just giant vehicles. So I have them down as mechs or mechs because that seems to be the general term for giant robot vehicles.
Yeah, that's what I consider. If there's a person inside of it controlling it, then to me it's a mech. Like
there's
the
Kit,
Pacific
and
Rim robots, those are mechs.
then there's mechanical suits like in Aliens where she wears the mechanical suit, and then like what is this? Starship Troopers, they wear suits.
So we're gonna say Mechagodzilla's moving on. So now we've got the ABC Warrior versus Cylons. Pat. You're muted, Pat.
ABC.
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 So G-Webs.
Uh-oh. He gone.
Oh, no.
Drop out.
I think he hit the wrong button or something, maybe. I don't know.
So, well, hopefully he'll be back soon. Moo.
Oh, whoa, silence.
Cylon.
Yeah, you suck.
Gary.
I'm going to go with Cylons.
Cylons. Wood said Cylons. And Vulcan Rumble, it's a Mecha Godzilla. Although, if you can't, can't bring the Godzilla to Mecha, bring the Mecha to Godzilla. So, something like that.
He's back.
Oh, so G-Webs, are you going to go Cylons or ABC Warrior?
That was weird. There's only the one ABC, right? So I'll go with the
Yeah.
Silence. They had
Cylons.
Cylons too.
So, well, Cylons are going to move on. I'm actually going to vote for the ABC robot.
1, 2, 3.
I love
Sweet
Cylons,
boy.
but that ABC robot was a little more badass.
Agreed.
Are you seeing the bracket on the screen still?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's weird.
Yes.
See a black screen. I'm gonna jump back out again. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Oh, so now we've got Chappie versus Roy Batty. Pat.
Chappie.
So 1 for Chappie. Can you see it now, G-Webs? Can you hear me?
Hello, G-Web.
Me? I can hear him.
Yes.
I hear is you though, and some stapler or something.
So Chappie or Roy Batty?
Oh, see, I'm not seeing anything. So, Chappie.
So 2 for Chappie. Well, as long as you're here and we can hear you, that'll work. Moo.
Roy Batty.
1 for Roy.
Blade Runner.
Gary.
Roy Batty.
2 for Roy. X Adam 1 said Chappie took an RPG.
Where at?
I'm going to say Roy Batty. So now we've got Gort versus Ed 209. Pat.
Gort.
1 for Gort. G-Webs.
Did Pat say something?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he's just frozen for me. So, I didn't hear anything. Ed 209, I guess, even though Gord probably beat him up.
1 for Ed 209. Moo.
Oh, at 209, he's a badass.
Ed 209. Gary.
209.
209. Oh, G-Webs, can you hear anybody else that said anything just now?
I want to keep interrupting, but I hear Moo and I hear Gizzard. I hear everybody to the left of me, but Pat is to the right of me, and I don't hear him. And your screen is to the right of me. That's weird.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
Well, I don't know. It's as far as I know, it's all going to everybody that's watching. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just watching on the YouTube side. I can see it. It's just a tiny bit of a lag or whatever.
Oh. So okay. I'm gonna have to go Ed. Like Ed 209.
There's more than one Ed, right? Like there's only one Gort. But I think there was more Gorts.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
So Terminator versus Mechagodzilla. Pat.
Terminator.
Terminator. One for Terminator. G-Webs.
I can't beat Pat, right? Like I'm sitting here clicking and it doesn't do nothing. I saw him move that time. I was in here. Not even a chance. Like Mechagodzilla would step on all kinds of Terminators. In fact, if Terminators happen, all we got to do is build a Mechagodzilla and we're done.
Mechagodzilla. Moo.
It's Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla. Gary.
There goes Tokyo. Let's go with Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm going Mechagodzilla. Sorry, Joe Smith said Zilla. So, X Adam once said Terminator. Godzilla had size advantage. We aren't fighting them. We are judging them more badass. He had laser. He had rockets. Terminator had a 45. So.
Weren't his fingers machine guns or something?
Rockets.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. He wasn't Chinese. He was Japanese. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, so now we've got Cylons versus Roy Batty.
Yow, pew, pew.
Pat.
Meow, meow, meow. Anyway, well, everybody's voted against everything that I've done, so this will pretty much stick par. Roy Batty.
Roy Batty. G-Webs.
Pat's icon has a mute on it, and that's why I can't hear him. I guess I just don't know how to unmute it. But Cylons.
Cylons.
Sounds about right.
Moo.
Womp womp. Silence.
Cylons.
Yep.
Gary.
Yeah, let's go with Cylons.
So Cylons. X Adam once said a lizard took out Godzilla.
Godzilla
Wasn't
is
any lizard though.
Godzilla.
And Sergeant Joe Smith said Inspector Gadget for the win.
Definitely a cyborg.
I'm gonna say, well, it doesn't matter what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say Roy Batty. But Cylons are moving on. I like both of these very much, but Roy was a complex character.
Remember Moving On Jeans?
No.
Never mind.
Moving on from town to town.
Generation gap going on.
Were they sponsored?
Sorry, gentlemen, I have to hop out. I just got a low water alert on.
Uh-oh.
I think the power just went out at my shop at the feed yard. So thanks for having me on. I will talk to y'all later.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, later.
Yep. All right, later.
Oh. So, Ed 209 versus Mechagodzilla. G-Webs.
What, did Pat leave?
Yeah, he had might have a water problem and he has to go address.
Mechagodzilla?
It's got farmer shit going on.
The giant robot instead of the robot that's barely bigger than a person.
So you're gonna go Mechagodzilla?
He's saying
Like
size
She-Ra.
matters.
Moo.
It's Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla. Gary. So yeah, we'll see. Mechagodzilla's moving on. Turn Justice at Zilla. So now we've got the Cylons versus Mechagodzilla. G-Webs.
I feel like Pat would also have voted for Mechagodzilla.
Moo.
Godzilla.
Gary.
Godzilla.
I will also vote. So the most badass robot is Mechagodzilla.
I don't feel bad about that.
No.
Oh, hang on. I can do. All right. The most badass is Mechagodzilla.
Wow.
Wow.
None of the back gets had that before.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
I made
This one I did not. I wasn't sure who would win.
Maybe that sound indicates Pat fixed the water problem.
We can ask. Did Pat fix the water problem? I don't know. Whoops. I didn't mean to.
What the hell?
It's rubbing salt in the wound.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a pipe problem, but that pipe didn't have water in it.
Well, yeah, he said he got a low water rate.
What? Like he should have been drinking more water?
I don't know exactly, but whatever it was, he took seriously.
Cool water.
So have you seen the or heard? I guess the talks about the what the hell do they call them? There's a name for them beside like normally it's unidentified flying object. There's unidentified underwater objects.
Yes.
So I've heard about the idea that aliens are underneath the ocean and they come up and fly around and then go back in the ocean all the time.
Yeah, the underwater bases and stuff.
Yeah, it's getting to be more of a
There's
thing.
some lakes that people have reported seeing. They'll usually see the lights under the water.
And then things moving way quicker than anything else would move underwater.
But yeah, I don't think it's aliens. But yeah, maybe they're sniffing groupers. I don't know.
It could be some cyber subs that Elon Musk is, working on.
Well, these people have been talking about these since the 70s, at least. But usually their reports come out of third world nations, and so who knows?
Well, I was also watching something about all the underwater cables falling apart, and when you look at a map of all the underwater cables, it'd be pretty tough for us to have laid underwater cable all over the place and not found, some kind of giant alien thing going on underneath the ocean. We'd pretty much laid cables everywhere.
The underwater cables, that's how people figure out there was continental drift. Because the cables
really?
kept breaking. Yeah, the cables would break, and they couldn't figure out why the cables would break, and they realized that the continents were
6 feet missing between the cables. They're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, not only did they break, but they're like, we can't even pull them back together. There's like 6 feet missing here. Yeah, they must have to just put big loops to let them pull apart for a while. I wonder what they do.
And you can, because of the underwater cables, you can get fast internet in Guam because the cables happen to run by Guam, so they can get fast internet.
Well, that's important.
Probably happy for, probably good for Hawaii too.
If you go to Samoa, you don't get fast internet. It's very slow internet, frustratingly slow internet.
But they have a lot of Girl Scout cookies there. They grow in there.
$5 a box.
They grow underwater like a sea tuber and slice them up into them cookies.
There are a lot of sea cucumbers around Guam. When you go out in the bay and you're walking around, you got to watch out you don't step on the squishy little sea cucumbers.
Are they edible?
I think people do eat them.
Probably everything's edible when you live on an island, yeah.
Yeah. At least one.
True. There's probably some things you don't want to eat.
Oh,
So-
I'll show.
A secondary bracket.
No, I've been messing around with LTX Studio. It's AI stuff, and
Never go wrong with that.
it's a really good program. You got a lot of control. You can try it out for free. The one problem with the program is the way they bill is computing seconds.
Yeah, like based on how much time it takes to do whatever you wanted it to do.
Yeah. And because you have so much control over, you can do like movies, which they're not, it'll basically, you can do give it a script. You can either have them make your script or have the AI mull it over and enhance it. And then it'll generate pictures. So it can be 40 or more pictures. This last one I did, because I always, when I had done the few before, I didn't realize it was on custom settings. So I thought I'd put it on short movie, because the custom setting, it would give me like 4-minute movies. So I thought the short movie would give me shorter, and it gave me an 8-minute movie. And doing that one 8-minute movie used up all the computing seconds in the free version.
How much does it cost?
Oh.
I'd have to go back and look. I know there's the free and then 3 paid tiers, and the pro is like 200 and something a month.
But it generates movies.
Yeah, kind of. I don't have it loaded on this computer, so I can't show you. But, well, here, let me show you. When I gave it
What's it called again?
LTX Studio. So when this last one, I gave it the mouse. Let me bring it up here. And this is what it generated from what I had told it. And I can't make it bigger. I'm sorry.
So you told it like those characters?
Yeah, I told it a mouse in leather jacket, sunglasses. And then I think I tweaked the prompt it made a little bit. Oh, well, 6 foot tall. I have to tell it 6 foot tall so it doesn't make a small mouse. A tactical rooster, and it gave me Cluck Norris.
Nice.
A human cowboy, because if you don't specify human, the AIs will make it an animal. A pug, like a tactical pug. White wolf, and then a despotic. Trying to remember what I put. Despotic rebel leader and this was all set in the jungle, and it gave me Todonisio. But
That's Baron's like high school
Yeah.
picture.
and it's the control you have over it is, I think, incredible, because it'll give you a scene, and then, well, wonder if I can. I'll bring it up. Hang on here. See if I can do
Where did you
this.
hear about this one from? Somebody.
Just Googled looking for something I could play with. But one of the pain in the asses is when I'm trying to find a program to use. I want to see what it can do before I pay for it. But a lot of the ones, it lets you sign up for free, but then you can't really do anything with them to see what the program can actually do. So let's see if I. Yeah. I accept. And I'm just trying to get signed in. I was hoping it would call up what I've already done, but it.
Well, if it says you get 3,600 credits for the free and the $15 a month is 86, I'm guessing you can make about a 10 minutes? No, 20 minutes worth of video.
Well, on the shorter versions, I did like 3, and then on this longer one, but part of that might be that I tweaked a lot more in this longer one. So every time I change something and it renders something.
Yeah, you don't know what
that
cost credits yet.
But hang on here, I'm still.
Well, they're all personal use up to $175 a month. So you don't have a commercial use. It says for personal, social media, and websites only. So I guess you can't sell it. Interesting.
So, well, here, let me show what I'm doing. Add that there. All right, so somebody give me a topic. We'll put the topic in there.
Mechagodzilla.
I'm not sure if it'll do copyrighted stuff.
No, it'll probably, and it would have counted as a character probably.
So,
how about online bracket or something?
What's that?
Well, I was just saying online bracket, but they probably don't know what that means either.
So what are we going to do with the Mechagodzilla?
It probably won't. You could say giant robot lizard, because I think Mechagodzilla would. I mean, everything I've used would just waste your time saying content.
Giant robot.
You should do it like ad libs. Everybody has to put a piece in.
So
what's smoking a giant freight liner as a cigar?
A freight liner as a cigar.
Then you can use your characters or whatever.
Well, it'll generate the characters, and then you can tweak the characters, and then move on to there. So I don't know, what is that all we're gonna do, or?
Okay, so it's not like it uses the ones you already created, or this is a different project.
You can upload stuff, but I haven't tried that yet, so I'm not sure. So what else are we going to add in? Fine Ape is out there. Good evening.
Good evening.
Monkey Man. What the hell, man?
Monkey Man.
So standing.
What
Next
temperature
to-
is your street fudge, Monkey Man?
Is a
Okay.
giant. What other giant robot should we have standing next to him?
Ultraman. Oh, no, that copyright also.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So we'll give him a giant robot cow, which the udders on
What?
the cow is
Udders has
a-
D's instead of T's.
It's
oh
the utter.
yeah,
Utterly.
utterly.
The udder spelling.
Not Tory spelling. She got a face only a mother could love.
It'll do guns and stuff in this.
Yes,
What is rotary?
rotary. It's rotary.
Club you can join. The Rotary Machine Gun Club.
Rotorar. Rotary. Rotary.
There you go.
There you go. Oops, they are plotting the destruction of a French city. So we'll tell the AI to make that more better. And is it going to do something? Or
Want you to correct your spelling.
yeah.
Proper noun.
Type with both hands.
So it's not going to touch this one for some reason. Because usually it'll give me a whole bunch of stuff, but let's click next and see.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I was gonna say you gotta click next, but you're saying other stuff would normally happen on the screen there.
Yeah, it'll usually fill out a script.
Oh, like a normal AI, it'll take that as a kernel and turn it into something.
Yeah. So we'll see. It should generate 2 characters for us. Oh, there it goes. It gave us the script.
Does it make a movie then, or just makes characters?
Well, you'll see as we move on. So it gave us in a post-apocalyptic world, there are colossal robots roam Earth. A giant robot lizard named Rex smokes a Freightliner as if it were a cigar, exuding an air of casual menace. Besides him stands his companion, a comically oversized robot cow named Bessie, whose rotary machine gun udders gleam ominously in the sunlight.
They do.
The two are not near beasts of burden. They are masterminds of destruction, plotting the downfall of a picturesque French city known for its historical charm. As they survey their target from a nearby hill, Rex articulates a plan to unleash chaos by harnessing the power of a nearby nuclear reactor. Bessie, ever enthusiastic accomplice, suggests using her rotary machine guns to create a diversion, allowing Rex to unleash a devastating energy blast. The duo's banter reveals their contrasting personalities. Rex is calculating and cool-headed, while Bessie is impulsive and excited by the prospect of mayhem.
Holy
The
crap.
tension builds as they begin their descent towards the city, igniting panic among the citizens, where with every step, the ground trembles, and their plan unfolds in a series of hilarious yet terrifying scenes, showcasing the absurdity of their antics. However, as they reach the city outskirts, they encounter unexpected resistance from quirky local defenders, leading to a showdown that tests their resolve and friendship. Ultimately, the story accumulates in a surprising twist that challenges their motivation and forces them to reconsider their destructive path. So,
Okay.
and you can go in here and then tweak the script if you want.
That's cool. Before it renders.
Yeah. So now we'll move on, and I think it'll give us the characters, Bessie and Rex. And you can choose your aspect ratio, and then the video styles. We'll leave it with cinematic, and you can bring up, drag in a picture, and to give it a reference of what's the style that you might like. And we can go in here and then edit Rex. So if there's something you don't like about it, you can change its appearance.
That's awesome. These are all taking little nibbles out of your credits.
Yep.
I think
That's
you should be
that's-
wearing a leisure suit.
How do you spell leisure?
Leisure.
Ure.
That's a lizard Larry if I've ever seen it.
And Carrie just jumped in and out.
And then you can also, with the script, you can have dialogue. So it'll give you can choose the voice.
Go.
So we'll go ahead and apply that.
Well dressed.
Do we want to change Bessie?
Moo's a cowman. I'll let him.
So what kind of, should Bessie have clothes? If so, what kind?
No.
Maybe a headband. You can choose where it puts it. That's funny.
It made Bessie a little more cutesy. So we'll go ahead and just apply that. So now it's going to generate a bunch of pictures.
And then those are like panels in a comic.
Yeah, it's kind of like a storyboard. Oh. So this is the breakdown. I'm not going to read all this, but there's 3 main scenes, and then they call them scenes, but they're more like acts in the movie. So we'll just go ahead. Yeah, and you can come in here and then tweak each of these. Then we'll have it start generating stuff. Just for the sake of time.
And it doesn't take like 2 hours to render.
If I'm not sure, once you use up your seconds, it looks like it'll just go slower. But since I haven't actually hit the run out of the seconds yet, I'm not sure. But you've got your description for this scene. You can go in there and change this. The angle for the camera, you can make it close up, extreme close up, medium shot, from above, bird's eye view, establishing shot. And all this will be, so it'll take this, and then if we say generate motion, it'll give us 4 different versions of whatever this shot is.
Whenever a bracket comes out and I'm not satisfied with the results, I'm going to use this software to regenerate a better bracket where the results are what I wanted.
So it'll generate like 30 to 40 pictures, and then it'll make a scene for each of the pictures.
Will it generate one movie at the end, or is it a whole bunch of movies that you put together?
It will. It's not a fluid movie though. It's a bunch of scenes that you put together, and it's not.
It's not
like in
something like a bunch.
What's that?
It's like watching a trailer, like a bunch of cutscenes.
Kind of. It feels a little bit more like that. The couple that I've done, I'll go through, do the tweaks, have it generate the movie, and then re-edit that movie. So I'll cut out stuff, swap scenes around. So,
you mean like in a movie editor or a video editor?
Yeah.
Or in here, I mean.
So this is what it gave us, and you can also control the length.
This is one scene, or this is the whole final result?
That's just the one scene. And you can go up to, I'm not sure what the total, if it's in here, because I know you could, so you can make it as short as 3 seconds or as long as 9 seconds.
She said.
She wishes.
9 seconds is plenty.
Double up.
But you can come in here and then tweak this picture. And if I say generate video, then it'll give me 4 choices of that one scene. They'll be slightly different. And this is just a landscape shot, so it's not exciting.
Yeah, does it take you like
Probably
40 hours to come up with like 9 minutes of AI image or video?
It depends on how much time you want to put into making it exactly what you want.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It gives you.
That's the thing. Usually, it's like, here, make this, and it makes some like crazy ass off the wall, like technically what you asked for thing. So this is actually a way to tune it in. That's pretty neat.
It is, and
all the time, so it'll start to figure out like, well, maybe I shouldn't bother doing this wide angle because no one's ever asked for the wide angle. Like it'll start to figure out what people want and be faster.
And if like with AI, where it gave us the characters and you can sculpt those characters exactly like you want them, but then when it renders, it gives you sometimes something else really weird. But you can go in here and then tweak it and get it back. Even just changing the shot. So if you change it to a medium shot, it'll re-render it and sometimes bring the character back to where it should be. Or you can go into the description and then change the description a little bit. See if it's, so.
Well, and once you figure out its limitations and its abilities, you start to write things that work with it instead of against it.
But let's try generating one with some characters in it. Maybe this one.
Oh, this one he's vaping a cargo container. I'm okay with giant robot lizards smoking boats, but I don't like them vaping boats. I feel like that's not good for their robot lungs.
Well, it's supposed to be a little bit better and can help you get off the smoking boats.
If a baby robot lizard seen this, they would probably go, "Oh, is that a flavor? I'm going to start smoking it like candy." And then you'd have a little robot lizard smoke vaping also. I'm against it.
Guns and Waters out there.
Not always for laws, but if there's going to be a law, it might as well be to stop giant robot lizards from vaping.
But I mean, overall, it doesn't take. I don't think it takes a real long time. It's probably being a little slower now, and that might be because I'm used up my available time. But
You got you don't have like a little indicator somewhere that tells you how many credits you got?
not that I know of. Guns and Water wants to know where I got Hillary's picture.
AI modeled that robot lizard off of her.
So these are 4 scenes that I can choose from if I want to use. Maybe we'll take that one because there's a little more going on. But see, these are all the pictures it generated for this.
People in that town are just sitting around eating fries and toast, not even worried about what's going on. I'm assuming people in France only eat fries and toast. And then certain green beans cut their way.
And you can do I don't know how much time we want to spend on this because what's that?
Well, you have to do these before you get a final result, or are you just like showing us how to tweak, or does it make you tweak each one?
Well, you kind of have to tweak each one because if I tell it to share, there's still 56 static shots that we haven't generated.
Oh, okay. So you have to generate each one it's like develop each one into what you want.
Yeah.
Well, have you made some already?
Yeah. I don't think I have any on this. Hang on, let me see. Oh, let me look. Because I have. Where did I? There we go. Hang on. I'm just checking. Okay. So here's one that I did because I'll probably start using that for intros and stuff. This was, I think, the first one that I did. Before I really understood how to use the program fully. Let me just get it queued up here. Share audio, share tab or screen. Oh, let me try entire screen. There we go. Share audio. Let me add. Then make it big. So this is the first one that I did, but I didn't quite understand all the stuff I could do with it. So it's not tweaked as well as it probably could have been. But that's one, I went in later and then re-edited it, moved some of the shots around.
So you can render and then go, I want to change that, and then kind of do it. Just said like edit pieces and then have it render again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
cool.
I took the final product and then edited that because it was easier to do it that way, a little faster
You
than
like
to
it
go
a-
in and then keep tweaking it.
Okay. And then there was no dialogue missing. You were just, or Baron was just mouthing a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, I didn't want the dialogue because since I was using it for the intros.
Ugh.
But kind of it's I like what it can do. You have a lot of control over it. The pricing, yeah, not a fan of, so I don't know if I'll ever actually pay for it.
Oh, this is still $0. You're not paying for it yet.
No. But yeah, so it's the free version is 3,600 seconds a month. $15 a month gets you 8640. $35 a month is 28,800, and business 175 a month is 90,000 computing seconds.
And that's what you got to pay to have commercial use for audiences up to 100,000. That's weird.
Yeah. But since I'm not monetized or anything, so I'm not making money off it.
Yeah.
Figured it'd be okay. But this was one of the few programs where I could try it out ahead of time.
Yeah. And to see what it can, what it can do, what the tools are. Yeah, if I went into Blender and rendered even the characters, it would then take another day's worth of shit just to make them mouth shit and do stuff. So what that saved you in time is insane. But it isn't exactly, but like you say, you can go in and edit each thing. So it's going to take you some time, but it's way less work, way less dumb work than setting it all up on whatever it's called, like wireframes and timelines and all that shit.
That was the big reason that I originally started using AI stuff is, for thumbnail picks for the chats is, I did like making them myself, but they're time consuming, and the AI was able to give me something close to what I wanted in a lot shorter time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with digital stuff, but I don't get exactly what I want out anyway. Like, I only can do what I can do. So an AI can give me sometimes better than what I could get out of it anyway. But like you say, most of the time, pretty dang close to what I was expecting.
I still fear and distrust it, but I'm using it.
I just feel like we should have said, have the giant robot lizard wearing mom jeans instead of a leisure suit. But so we can.
That's always an option. Yeah.
High waisted with the front butt.
Guns and Water. 10 years ago, a friend at work was trying animation. This is light years advanced. Those keyframes were laborious.
Oh my gosh, definitely. Because if you want to animate something, you got this puppet, this like CGI thing that you created. That's like the character. Yeah, you got to go like 30 seconds. I want his arm to come up and go to here, and at 25 seconds, I want its mouth to move in here. Like, it's like moving a claymation or something, and you don't have to do every point, but you have to make keyframes. Like, I want his hand here, then I want the hand to go down to here, and then I want it to go over here. And then when you render it, creates all the in betweens. But holy crap, it takes forever. And you have to come up with what you want it to do. Like, you have to think about all that. That's one of the things that AI, like when it took that paragraph you gave it and turned it into a whole story, like that's the that's the time saver part there, that it does all that creative work. And what's been limiting is like, okay, it came out like 85% of what I wanted, but it's not what I wanted. So, I have to tweak it. Well, if you can tweak it right in the software and then have it render again, like, well, the neat thing is that's learning. Like, first it took all the words on the internet and came up with what you thinks you wanted. But as soon as you start to edit and change that, it's going to remember that and know everybody who edits itself. Look, it's going to know real quick, not to throw a hammer in if everyone's asking for saws or drills, like it'll figure out real quick, like, oh, they don't just want tools, they want these certain subset of tools. So I'm not even going to ask them about all this other stuff anymore. And it'll get faster and better.
And it's nice that with the LTX Studios, when you're editing the prompt, it'll start changing it kind of as you're editing. So as soon as you start changing the parameters, it starts thinking about what you're doing, and you'll see it start working on it.
I could see some people getting really bothered by that. You ever have somebody really finish sentences and they freak out? Like somebody like that would not like it if a robot was finishing every sentence they start.
But yeah, it's just something, like I said, just kind of playing with it now to see what it can do. And since there's a free version, it's
I'm going to have it do all my knife reviews from now on. We'll just like make it look like I'm holding a Civivi, whatever.
Yeah, the one you played Friday on your chat, the AI generated chat.
Yeah.
I cannot. It sounds exactly like morning radio, which I cannot stand. That banter. I hate that.
The way they interact with each other.
Yeah,
that's what I hate.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Wow. Really?
The part where the guy doesn't even finish saying the shit, and then the girl robot is saying, I'm like, you fucking, what the fuck? Like, why is it making it annoying? But it does make it sound natural until they go to say something like M16, like, and then the magazine on the M16 is certainly nice. Like, what the hell? Oh, M16, I get it. Okay.
Oh, it is the future. It's being integrated into everything, so it's kind of hard to avoid it.
It's fun and shit until you get to like the store, and then like the cashiers are robots, or like the nurses are robots or something like that. Like, then it'll suck more.
There is a CareBot that I saw a video on, that it watches the patient. It stands in the room, and then if the patient gets up, it follows the patient to make sure the patient is okay. And when the nurse was standing in front of it talking, the robot said, "My name is," whatever its name was, and then it corrected the nurse a couple times and stuff like that. "My name is this."
My name is Kid.
It's time to take your temperature. Please bend over. Like, no, robot, I'm an adult. Please bend over.
It's an oral thermometer. Oh, sorry.
A hole is a hole.
Hey, man. Don't remind me of prom.
Oh, well, G-Webs, you got anything you want to plug? Anything you got coming up?
There's a drain I'm gonna be plugging.
Hold the hole.
Thanks for hosting.
Is it a sewer drain or a water drain?
The water drain.
Oh, okay, good choice.
Moo,
Yes, sir.
you got anything going on?
Not really. Thanks for having me. Good to join. Good to see you guys.
Well, it's always nice to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, what you got going on?
Yo, all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff, man. I got guns, I got sights, I got knives to review, and live streams to do, and 2 weeks to pack up for SHOT Show.
Did you get your Sabibis this month already?
I did. I got them a couple days ago, actually.
And I've never gotten any Sabibis this month.
Well, I'm the only one so far. None of the hens have gotten any besides me, so I guess because I got my order in early. I don't know. But yes, I do have plenty of things to do reviews on, plus some brand new studio lights I just got in at the end of last week. So hopefully we'll get some stuff done and have some stuff to show you. But members only chat Wednesday night as always, 8 o'clock p.m. And then Foul Tour, whatever they call it, Foul Territory, Friday night, 9 p.m. Probably do it this weekend. It might be the last one until after SHOT Show. So we'll probably take 2 weeks off for SHOT Show and then come back to it.
Lame. There should be a live one at SHOT Show.
Yeah, there should. If I was dedicated, there would be. But thanks for having me, man.
Gary doesn't love his audience.
Y'all don't know, but it's like, have you ever been like if you ever went to an art museum and there's some like kindergarten teacher frantically trying to keep track of like a whole bunch of kindergartners that are running all over? That's what Gizzard is like at SHOT Show with all the rest of them guys.
Yeah, he's hard to keep track of. He's small, surprisingly quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I just want to say thank you to everybody that was out in the chat participating. If you were watching, didn't say anything, don't be afraid to speak up. I appreciate it. And next chat will be next weekend. So, other than that, I hope everybody has a good rest of the night and go do something good.